Well, we're not totally finished with recruitment. There's some recruitment restrictions we have to go over. For example, let's say, for example, we got two dwarven dwarven recruits. Okay, and let's say these guys are at war, no problem. But you get two, pick up two armies. So you're gonna pick one of these and maybe a horse. Okay. Here's it wrong. So like here's a big, this is a big one, this is a small one. So the thing is though, when you recruit these two, you need to put them in two separate things. So that I would have to put it here and one in here. Okay, they both can't go in one region. Okay, that's the first thing. The next thing is you cannot recruit any people till your token is at war. As soon as it's at war, you can start recruiting people. Right now, none of the regions of the Shadow and also the Free People are not at war. The Shadow ones are really close to being through here, but all the rest are pretty far. So we need to bring them down the line to get to war. As soon as we do that, we can start recruiting. I don't think there was anything else. And what's, for example, if we were at Helm's Deep and these guys were besieging this, let's say for example, we could not recruit in that area because it's being besieged by a stronghold. The only exception to that is if you're using an event card and it lets you muster in Helm's Deep, you can muster them. But otherwise, no, you can't do it. Alright, so all right. Let's see, anything else we have to do to go through with this? Oh, and also, if you're doing a specific region or nation recruits, you need to see if you have any extra reinforcements. If you don't have any reinforcements left, you cannot recruit those specific ones. So you have to make sure you read the cards, event cards, before you decide to play them, to make sure you can use them. Okay? Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is army movement. Alright, let's talk about army movement. But first thing we need to talk about is the borders. So any armies that are inside a border, a colored border, cannot leave that border until they are at war. They have to be in that certain area. They cannot go out and start moving until they're at war. Okay? Main thing is you can't have more than 10 people in one region. That's one of the most important things. So when you start moving armies, you want to make sure that you're not going to have more than 10, or you have to take those out. And if they're the Free Peoples, you're going to lose armies. So it's best to keep in mind, I have 8 here, I want to move some more in. I can move 2 more into that region. So make sure you're smart enough to move those in that way, specifically. What else we got? If you have a leader with the army, you have to make sure you keep that leader with the movement of that army. It can't be alone. It has to stay with the army. And that's considered one of the units, so you have to make sure you're accounting for those also. Characters otherwise can be stayed there by themselves. Characters can be in its own space, and sometimes it's better for them to be by themselves, because if they're in a battle with characters, you need to make sure you're going to win that battle, because if they're in that space, they may die and then you may lose them, and that could cause you to lose dice. So be very careful with that. Alright, what else we got? When it comes to cards, they will have movement actions on the cards. When you do that, you cannot pick other armies off any other regions like a normal movement. You have to do the movements first. Then you can split or mix armies together. But with the event cards, you have to do what exactly tells you to do. As soon as you're done with that, boom, you can go and do mixing or splitting. Okay, for the next action. All right, and either you're going to be moving with an army action, or you're going to be moving with a character action, because you have a leader or a character with that army. Okay, so make sure you remember that. Alright, so that is army movement. It's very simple. We need to make sure you understand that before we go on. Alright. So the next thing we're going to talk about is battling and how we do that. So let's this is like one of the main things that will happen. So when it comes to the shadows, one thing, also thinking about battling, and I was thinking about this yesterday. With the free people, you really need to strategize what you want to battle, what you don't want to battle. The main purpose of the free people is to get Sam and Frodo to Mount Doom to fill that ring in, or get four victory points. If you can do that, and you have enough armies in the area to do it, good for you. If you do not, then I think the safest way is to get Frodo to Mount Doom. So all you want to try to do with your armies is try to defend your areas. You want to try to get as many of those Shadow Warriors out of there, because they will refresh. You guys won't refresh. So you want to make sure you keep as much of your reinforcements as you can for later when they need them. Start building your armies up in those areas where you need them. That's one of my pet peeves, because when I played the free people, I thought, oh, I'm going to win because of this and that. And I did do a lot of attacking, and it didn't help me much. It just kind of put me thinner. So you need to really think of what you're doing every time you have actions. Okay, that's one of the things about this game aloud, is to figure out what's the best way in winning this game. You know, with the Shadow people, it's a little easier because you have a lot of reinforcements. You're going to have reinforcements all the time. You can try to build up to 10. You can try to get that Doom, that corruption to the free people, and win the game. So that's how it's going to go. Alright, so let's go into the battling, and we'll explain the procedure, how you do that, in just a second. Alright, let's talk about battling. Main thing you need to know, it's very simple, we've talked about this numerous times already, is that nobody can attack except the ones that are in the war box. Okay, so it has to happen that way. But we don't have any in the war box, and we haven't started the game yet. And what my recommendation is after we finish the description of all the rules and everything else, we are going to do 3 rounds, and I'll show you how it's done. And that's going to be 3 rounds for the Shadow and the Fellowship, so we can go through some of the stuff. So it won't be everything that we have to do, but it will give you some insight on how to play this game, how it works. Alright, so the way you do the battle is you use an action either a character action, because you have a leader and a character in the battling with the armies, or you're going to use an army action to do a battle. So let's say that these guys right here in Othane, excuse me, we decide we have to decide how many of those armies we'll do. So let's say we'll do 4. Okay, we'll keep one in there. So we'll do 4 guys. Well, they're adjacent to this space. So we have 2 here plus this one here. Okay? So the way it works is we play a combat card. So the first thing they do is look at their cards. So for example, if Free People has, it's a gift. Play if the defending army in the same region as the Fellowship. Well, it's not, so we can't use that one. And Shield Wall. Before you move, casualties inflicted by your opponent's combat roll and leader reroll. If your opponent score 2 more hits, cancel 1 hit. So he's going to do that one. Now these have numbers on the lower left-hand corner, and this is your initiative. So whatever's the lowest is going to go first. So he's got a 6. So that's what it is. So then Shadows, we'll see if he can do anything. So he's got Dead in Despair. Play of total Nazgul, leadership 1 or more. Okay, well, you don't have any Nazgul in that space, so we're not using that one. And then Great Host. If, after removing casualties from the combat roll and leader roll, your army units are at least twice as many as army units score 1 automatic hit. Alright, so he's going to use that one. And that's a 7. So he would go, basically this is going to go second. So the first 3 people's combat card is going to be first, and then the 7. So we're going to flip these over. Okay, so we got that set up. We already know that both of these are done after the rolls. Okay, so then we roll the dice for the combat roll. So the first thing you do is you need to know your strength. Well, the strength is dependent on how many figures you have. So we're going to be doing 4 here, and of course we're going to be defending with 2 armies plus a leader. The leader doesn't count for that, so we're going to be doing with 2 dice. So first, the attacker goes first. Alright, and he's going to use 4 dice. And he needs to get a 4, 5, or 6. Now we do have a foundation here for the city. So that will, first thing you want to do is decide if you want to go in there. Well, they're gonna go in there, so we're gonna go in here. No, they're not gonna go in here. They're gonna stay out here. The main reason for that is that these guys can move in. We don't want that to happen. So we're gonna just battle. So 4. But you can decide to do that. The one good thing about that is you'll get better defense. And plus they can need to roll a 6 to get you instead of a 5 and 6. But right now they can do a 5 and 6. So okay, they got a 2, a 4, a 3, and a 5. So we got 1 hit. They don't have any leaders, so they don't get to re-roll. So they have 1 hit. Alright, so now I have 2 dice, so I can roll 2 dice. Okay. I have a combat string of 2. And this is a 1. This is an automatic miss. So I can't do that. But because I have a leader here, I can roll 1. So this one I can re-roll. And I got a 6. Alright, so I get 1. Alright, so a few people got 1 hit. And the shadow got 1 hit. So, first thing that happens is, because it says before you remove casualties inflicted by your opponent's combat roll, leader reroll. If your opponent scores 2 or more hits, cancel 1 hit. Okay, so we didn't get 2 hits. So that goes into the discard pile. This would go into the discard pile. Won't be used anymore. Okay? So he gets 1 hit. So one of these guys is gone. So this guy goes into the box. The 3 people's armies will be gone. Alright, then I get 1 hit. So one of these is gone. This goes into the reinforcement. Okay. So still we have 1 army there and a leader. And they got a total of 3 guys there. Now, I can choose to cease an attack or retreat. I could retreat. I think I'm going to retreat, and because I can move in basically into this space here. So that's basically how you retreat. Now, cease the attack would be done by the attackers, and then they just stop, and it'll be done. The battle will be done. Now, because we don't want to do that, these guys don't want to do it, and we don't want to do it because we still got our leader. We're gonna still attack. So he's gonna attack with his 3 people. So he's gonna roll 3. Still going on, and so he had 3, I have 1, so he gets automatic hit. Oh, I forgot about that. So, I forgot to do this combat card. So, it says, if you got dealt twice the amount I do, and he has 3, and I have 1, so that's twice. He gets to remove 1 of the guys off. And because they're both gone, then this guy goes in the box too, because he can't be by himself. Alright, so basically they won. Then, these guys decide, okay, I'll move in, I can move in any of the armies in here, I'll just move in 2 guys. So that's how it goes. That's a combat round. Okay? We'll put these back. Alright. And that is the combat round. So the next thing we need to talk about, let me see, I don't know if I missed anything. We're going to talk about fortifications and cities, strongholds and sieges. Okay, we'll talk about those. But before I go to that, let's talk about elimination of armies. So, like I said, the armies for the shadow will be put back into your reinforcements. The Free People's armies will go put in the box. They're not going to come back. The leaders, basically get taken and put in the box. If it was a character during a battle, then yes, he will be taken and put into the box, and you lose that guy. Plus, you'll lose a dice. Okay. So that's basically how that works. Otherwise, that is battling. Totally forgot about that. I had to explain that. Alright, so we're going to talk about fortifications and stuff in just a second. Alright, let's talk about foundations, strongholds, cities, and how you get victory points. And also about sorties and what's the other one? And sieges. Okay. First of all, strongholds. Whenever you get a stronghold from an enemy, you're going to get 2 points, 2 victory points, because they have 2 spears inside there that resemble the victory points. So you basically swords. So you basically get 2 points. Cities will be 1, and the other foundations will be nothing. Okay, the ones that you're really concerned about is the ones that have these squares here. If you win, then we'll place one of these markers. So if the shadow wins this place, we'll put the shadow. If I win this space, I'll put my guy here, and that will give me points. So, like we said, the shadow needs to get 10 points for victory points, and I just need 4. So that makes it easier for the 3 people to win, but it's a little harder because they don't have as many armies on. And you can reinforce also till you are at war, so it's going to be harder. We need to start getting all our things to war so we can start doing all this stuff. So it takes us longer to get to war, so we want to make sure we start reinforcing as much as we can, because we got a lot of armies out here for the shadow. And right now shadow came and attacked, so that's a good thing for us for a few turns. Okay, so those are cities and strongholds. Sieges, for example, sieges would be, let's say, what's a good siege place we can do here? All right, let's talk about this. All right, you have 2 shadow armies in this spot here. We have, and those are the regular normal players and not the elite. I have 2 elite here, so I decided I want to battle these guys. And they don't want to battle, so they go into here to protect the stronghold, and then I move in here. So basically, I move in here and I got control of it. But we need to do a siege. We move all the guys in here and we got to do a siege. It's the same as a regular battle, except I think I said this during the battling procedure, is that you need to get a 6 to get these guys. You can't have a 5. Right? 5 or 6 is normally what you need, but a 6 is what you're going to have to get. Alright, plus you can use combat cards and all that. But that's what a siege is. Now, let's say they don't want to be in the siege, but they want to be in a sortie. A sortie is almost the same thing, except they're going to bring the defenders are going to come out of the stronghold and attack you directly on. Okay, and that's what a sortie is, and you just do your battling that way. Okay, what else we got? And I think that's about it when it comes to that stuff. All right, I think that's it. But one thing on the sortie, you could also keep somebody. You only want to keep somebody in the stronghold. So you take one guy and you basically, if you have like 4 or 5 guys in here, you can only, that's another thing I forgot to bring up. In a stronghold or in a city, you can only have 5 armies in there to protect it. You can have 10 in the region, but only 5 in a siege on a stronghold or a city. Just remember that. It can't be more than 5 people. 5 armies in there. Okay? So, that is how that works. Let's see, anything else when it comes to sorting? I think I got pretty much everything. Okay. One thing I talked about sortie. Normally sortie is going to be done by the attacking player will be the person inside the stronghold. Okay, so they'll come out and see these guys came in. They were in the stronghold, and these guys came in here. Then you would take these two guys out and attack with those. This guy's staying in the stronghold, and you would attack that way. But you cannot go out of the region when you do a sortie. You have to stay in the region. You can go back in the stronghold. Afterwards, if you win, you're fine. Okay? That's just something got to bring up. Alright. I think that's all I have for that. Alright. Okay. Let's talk about politics. That'll be the next thing we'll be doing. Alright, we're going to talk about how you can do political stuff to move you to at war. Okay, for example, let's say we talked about these guys attacking in these spots here. Well, these spots here are part of our, let's see, that would be not Gondor, but well, Helm's Deep is. That's, I think they're northern let's see, who is that? Let me see. That will be Rohan. Okay, Rohan. So if these guys invaded here for any reason to a battle and you came in here, attacked us, of course, that's going to bring this down one down. But also it's going to activate it. So then next time the attacks is going to move and move and move. Another way of this working, alright, is if we have, let's say, one like Gandalf, he can do everyone. If he goes in the city of any of the kingdoms, then these will move down one spot or get activated. That's character. If the fellowship goes into a stronghold or city, then that will they can bring the activate the specific group or bring the thing down. And I said attacking. Is there anything else? And if any region in that area gets entered by an army, then yes, it's going to go down one more. Okay. Well, that's how it works. There are also ways to event cards that can help you activate them down, depending on the specific situation. But those are the main ways of getting your political down to at worst. You can start getting yourself reinforced, start attacking. Mostly reinforced for the free people is most important. But of course, the shadow armies have been preparing for a while compared to the other armies, and they're already one step ahead of them. So we have to start getting our people involved and start doing some type of getting our armies more powerful so we can protect ourselves. All right. Right, characters at war. If they're by themselves, they have no issues. They won't get attacked. But if they're with an army and they get attacked by a shadow army, then they will be part of that combat. And if don't win, they will be taken out of the picture. So that's not good either. All right, anytime your guide, whoever your guide is, well, say he decides he has helped out some armies, he's going to go out on his own, then you're going to have to pick the next top leadership role from Gandalf to the next one. And you keep going down that way till you get down to Gollum. Alright, so that's basically how that works with the characters. Alright. Let's see, is there anything else I have to bring up when it comes to that? No. Now if I'm moving the fellowship, okay. Of course, when you use a character dice and you are moving your fellowship, you will place it into your hunt box. Okay? Alright. And if that's the case, well, if you have one in phase 1, you take it out, then the shadow player has to put a dice in. Okay? Now, depending on if he decides to do a hunt, he's going to go and he's going to put dice in there, specifically how many he wants to do. If he does, we do put one in phase 1. He has to automatically put one in, but he can add more to it if he wants. And then he's going to roll the die. He's going to roll the dice, and he's going to roll the combat dice, and he needs to get a 6. If he gets a 6, that means he's won. Then he's going to pick one of these hunt tokens, and it's going to come out, and that's 2 damage. That's what I have. We got 2. So that will give 2 damage to our fellowship, and that will go on as corruption. So the corruption will go up too. Okay. The same thing goes to fellowship, but the thing is, that doesn't mean he's been seen. So he's still free to move. Now, when they move, it's dependent on let me see here. It's dependent on the leadership plus something else. I'm going to shift that. There we go. So every time the fellowship moves, the fellowship powers count as advanced 1 step. Okay, so basically you would move your ring 1 step, and you get to go 1 space. Okay? And depending on what you do. And you keep doing that until they catch you, and then let's say we're at 4. Okay? We're going to do a hunt. Alright. First, the shadow player determines the hunt level. The hunt level is equal to the total number of shadow actions in the hunt box. Alright. So, like we just showed you here, we're going to have 3. And if he rolls a 6, he gets a success. Modifiers, if the fellowship has moved more than 1 per turn, hunt becomes easier. So for every action dice that the free hunter player has placed in the hunter, he gets the +1 on his hunt roll. So basically, honestly, he would have gotten 2 I would have picked 2 tiles out of the thing. So that's basically how it works. And then you would pick 2 tiles out and see what happens. Okay, and as soon as that happens and this goes back to 0, you will move your 3 spots wherever you go, wherever you want to move to a regular space from there, and that's where you're at. Then you would have to, you can't move the fellowship again until you get a character die and put him hidden. Or if you get an event card that gives, says you can put him hidden. Alright, so that's what the hunt's for. And you want to keep doing the hunt, to keep moving the fellowship until it gets to one of these 2 spaces, and they have to be, okay, and then you can, as soon as you, the next move, you'll move into here. And you keep going around. And you want to get to this crack of doom before you get a total of 12 corruption. If you do that, you win. Okay? So that's how that works. Alright. And then that's it. Those are the rules of War in the Ring. So now, our next thing we're going to do is our first phase, first turn, and see how this thing works with all the rules that I've brought up to you. Alright, so let's get started with that. Okay, so we already picked our first 2 event cards. Alright, and on both sides. And we got our dice ready to go. So we can skip over phase 1. Fellowship phase, we don't have to go over the first turn because we already know he's in Riverdale. So we're not going to do that. Hunt a location, he can put in, Shadow Player can put in dice for phase 3 from his red dice he has. But because he already knows where he's at, he's not going to do that. Then we roll, the players roll their action rolls. Alright, so I roll mine, and the Shadow Player rolls his. Okay, and the first thing you want to do is look for any eyes. So he's got 1 eye, so he's going to put there. Alright, so now I got, ooh, that's pretty good. Got a character dice, I got a muster or army dice. I have a muster, and I got a Will of the West. He's got a muster dice. Let's see. Army dice. No, that's event. You got an event. Muster. And another muster. Okay. So, now, we got all our dice done. Now we decide, so we got all our action dice. Now we just, 3 people gets to go first. Because I have a total of 4 dice, I'm probably not going to go first. Okay? So it's probably going to be the Shadow Player is going to go first. So, I can play an event card, or I can, I'm thinking of play an event card or get another card. Let's see. Okay, that one I can't play anyway. I don't have that either. Okay. So I can draw. I think I'm just going to draw one more event card. I'm going to draw a character. Let's just draw another card here. Okay, nope. Now I'm going to take one of these cards. Alright. No, not a big deal. So, okay, so these two are done. So now I got 4, so now I have to do one. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move my fellowship. Okay, so move the fellowship progress counter 1, step forward on the fellowship track. Okay, so I'm going to move. Okay. All right. That's my turn. So I put this one. Oh wait, no, I'm done that one. Okay. So now it is the Shadow's turn. I can do a muster. And I am going to move. Let's see, which one do I want to move though? Let's see. I think I'm going to do a diplomatic action. I'm going to do Sauron. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What I can do. Yeah. So I'm going to move Sauron. I'll take this one and I'll move this one into war. We've used it in war already. Sauron's in war. Okay. Okay, and oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. I want to do Isengard. That's right. Alright, so okay, so that's that. Alright, so then I got a muster or army action. I can't really do anything, but I will muster. And I will bring down, let's see, which one I want to bring down? Rohan, yeah. Rohan or the north, right? Or Gondor. Gondor would probably be good. So I'll bring this one down. Well, this one's gonna go. Yeah. So I'd have to be in first. Okay. Alright, so that's my turn. And then I'm gonna muster. I'm gonna take put Sauron out. So if Isengard is at war and North Danik is unconquered, you must use one muster action die result to place Sauron in Northain. Okay, and I will put him here. So he's going to be placed here. Okay. The voice Solomon, as long as Orthanc is under your control and not under siege, you may use muster action dice result to record one regular Isengard unit in every Isengard settlement or to place 2 regular Isengard units and Orthanum with two elite units. Ooh. Servants of the White Hand East House Guard. Elite unit is considered to be a leader as well as an armed unit for all movement and combat purposes. Okay, so this guy's out. Alright, so that's my turn. Now I have another muster. I think I'm going to use my Will of the West, and I'm going to go. Oh, this one's not. I think I'll use a muster dice again, and I will bring this one down. Okay. All right, and you got muster die or army dice. So he's probably gonna use a army dice to move 3 of these guys. I'm gonna attack these guys for 3. So that means I'm attacking this guy, so he's gonna move. This guy's gonna go up to active. Alright, and I'm attacking for 3. So he's got 3, I got 2. Alright, and that's leadership of 1. Oh, plus he's got 1 die extra dice. But that comes in after. That's right. Alright. So I'll put that on here just so I remember. Okay, I got 3, I missed. So he's got 1 dice, so he's got a leader, so he can roll 1 dice. And he missed. So he didn't get anything. So now I get to roll. So I got 2 dice. And missed. Gonna roll once, missed. Alright, so we're gonna still attack. With Solomon. So he's gonna roll another 3. You got 1, this one's 1. And he gets 1 more dice. You can get that one, it's 1, so it's fine. So we got 1. So I forgot we were supposed to do combat. I screwed it up a little bit, but it's okay. We won't use combat dice. So I got 1. So then I rolled 2 dice, and I got 2. So he gets 1 of mine. I get 2 of his. So boom. So this guy goes here, and these guys go here. Okay. All right, and let's see. What's his attacking want to do? I think he's gonna stop attacking. All right, so. All right, done. I got a muster. I'm gonna move this guy down. Oh no, before I do that, I'm gonna move this guy down. Alright. Alright. And so these guys I can start filling up when I want. I got a muster. action dice, or army. So, let's see. I think I'll move. I'll do 2 armies now. Okay, and now let's see what I can get them. No, no. So he's going to do this one. And I think I'll do this one. Okay. Alright, so I got shield wall. That means before you move, casualties inflicted by your opponent's combat roll or leader reroll. The opponent scores 2 more hits, cancel 1 hit. Okay, and then he said, we come to kill. Player if a Shadow Leap unit is in battle, and he is. After moving casualties from the combat roll and leader reroll, well, additional attack using only Shadow Leap units up to maximum 5 and score 1 hit for each result. Okay, so he's going to do 2 dice. You got 1. Let's reroll 1. Yeah, you didn't get it. Alright, so then I roll 1 dice. I got it. So, so this guy's gone. That's just started. Okay. Didn't get anything off that one, but he does get but he gets his guy comes off. Alright, and so this guy goes down 1 more. And then this guy's gone. Alright, and I can move to here, so this guy is covered. Alright, done. Alright, so that's done. Alright, so we're done there. So, we got no victory check yet. So, go back to page 1. So we get 2 cards. And we cover 1 dice. So this guy goes in here. Alright, and then you get 1. And 1 of these. And you get 1. You get 1. Yeah, I got 5. Yes. And then he gets another dice. Okay. Alright. So we're going to start round. Alright, so we did the recovered action dice, draw the bin cards. Okay, and we roll. So, I want to declare. So I want to get 2. No, I do not want to declare. HUD location. The player may now place a Number of action dice in the hunt box located on the game board. Let's see. I got 4. So I will do 2 dice. Okay, and let's double check that real quick when it comes to the hunt. It's still. Okay, yeah. Alright. Did a little mistake. On the first round, I should have rolled for a hunt on each one of the moves that he did. So that was my fault. But we will be doing one here in a second. So we're going to roll dice. Action dice. So I got 2 character actions. I have a muster action, an army action, and a muster action. Alright, and these guys roll. So we've got an event, he's got another eye, oosh. And okay. Wow, he's got 5 dice. That really sucks. Alright, so I go first. I will move. So it gets me down to 2. Alright, and so that means he's going to roll 5 dice. Plus he gets to, it's got +1. Well, that's what it gets 5 or 6, so we got 2. Those are there. Alright. Is that a reroll something? No. Okay, so the next thing I do, let's do this verbatim. Alright, rerolls, I did that. Okay, so next thing I do is I'm going to take 2 tiles, take one at a time. So 3, oh my god. 3. And 2. Oh my god. So 5 total. So 3 peoples may use 1 relevant play on the table event card to cancel or play on cancel or reduce. Let's see. No, I don't have anything. Okay, okay, the guy's ability. So the guy's ability, alright, is, let's see. Die, result to play an event card, you may immediately draw an event card. Gandalf's in battle. It's not in the fellowship. You can be replaced by Gandalf the White. Okay, it doesn't help me there. Okay. So I get 5 corruption. Wow. Alright. So I'll move this 5 for now. Okay. Alright. And okay, so that's the end of that. Alright, so now it's his turn. You should see if you can do an event card. Nope, play if it is not in a region containing a free people movement. Don't know, play if someone's in play. Yes, he is. Do 2 Isengard regular units in north-south Dunham. Okay, 2 regular Isengard. Right, and he's north and south Dunham. 2 and 2. Okay. And 2 Isengard units, regular or elite in Orthanc. Oh my god. Kidding me. Where are they? So these gonna go here. Wow. Okay. Alright. So that's that. Okay. Now I meant what do I want to do here? Let's see. I'm gonna do a mustard dice, and I will move this guy down 1. Okay. Alright. Then he's gonna do a mustard. What's he wanna do? He's gonna do an army dice. And he's gonna bring these 2 guys down here. Okay. Then I'm gonna use my dice. I only have. I'm not gonna have a chance. Shoot, I can't do anything like a mustard. to do a muster again. Let's move this guy in here. Okay. Alright. And then he's gonna muster. We'll bring this guy down. Okay. And then I got character dice. What do I do here? Let's see. Oh, that's gonna suck because I don't have. Maybe that's something I can do here. Can't recruit right now though. Condor I can do it though. No, I can't use that either. No, can't use that. Just use that. Do this. And I'll grab another strategy and red card. I'm sure I got the wrong one. Oh, wrong one. The strategy. This one. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's the end of that. No 50 points yet. So we're gonna take these guys back, these guys go back. Okay. Alright. And we're back when round 3. So right now, you can see that the shadow player is trying to multiply. I haven't had a chance to do anything yet, so it's really tough for the. So this guy gets one of these guys in here because I took one off. So now back to the game turn. Fellow plays, I can declare. Let's see. Declare. See, I am at 2. Let's show what you are. Let's see. Okay. 2 spots. So, I need to figure out one. So it's gonna be 2. And 2 more. Okay. So, alright. So we're doing these 2. So now these guys can pick. I think he's gonna pick 2 more. Okay, and then you roll the dice. So, alright. So, alright, 2 character dice. That's probably good for me. 3 character dice. Wow. Alright. So I'm gonna roll these. And muster, event, muster, army, muster. Okay. So you got one of them pass. You're gonna do one. The muster. Let's see, muster. I don't think they're. As soon as I'm gonna know where yet. Not yet. Move one shadow army up to 3 regions. Okay, so I'll put these over here. Okay. Get that one here. Okay. I'm gonna use that. So that's done. Alright, so I'm gonna use this guy. I'll move 3. Okay. So that gives him 3 dice. Okay. So you get 5 or 6. Oh my god, 2. Kidding me, right? Not helping. It's not helping me at all. 6. So that's 2 done. 2 cards. So first one. So 17. So the hunt damage is equal to the subsequent roll of the die. Shoot. So wow. Real icon. Okay. So I will be So so let's- okay, so it's gonna be, of course, Gandalf, and his thing is 3. So I get 1 more option, and then it says if okay. Alright, so I have to wait for that. Okay, so Gandalf. So the next one will be Strider, and that's gonna be, yeah, okay, Strider's next. Alright, so now I have to move, so okay, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 here. So he's in North Dunlin. Okay, so I have to take this card. Oh no. Play as a fisher is not a region containing a free people settlement. Roll 3 dice and add 1 corruption on each result of 4. Oh no. That's not good. So roll 3 dice. So we got 2 more corruption. I'm at 8 now. Okay. Alright, and then this goes away. Alright. Oh, we should have. Okay, and I take my next tile. Oh, Jesus. So 3. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? So manage any of your action die results that had revealed. That's 3. So okay. So that's 3. That's 3. So I'm fine. Okay, that's done. Alright. And that's it. Okay, so then it sucks. So it's his turn. Oh, he mustered all these, so this dude's gone. I'm going to hide him. So this one goes here. Alright, so these guys go back to here. 0. Okay. My turn. And then he can muster again. He's got an army. He's gonna attack me. So this really sucks. He got a bunch of guys. He's gonna take in 4 guys. 4 guys. Let's see. Okay, so I'll do this one. And I'll use this one. Okay. Alright, so I got manage position for 3 peoples. It says subtract 1 from the dice on the combat roll of the shadow player. 6 will always hit. And then it says both armies add 2 to all dice on their combat roll. And roll to reroll. Wow. Okay. So attacking me, he gets 4 dice. Oh, this sucks. So and I got 2 dice, so if these go these 2. Okay, these are all good. And then I roll 2 dice. So that's 4. I get 1. So I get to take 1 off. He takes 2 off. Alright, and then he gets to move in, so he's gonna move in. Okay, and then he gets two points. So that's 2 victory points. Alright. Alright, damn. Okay, and then I'm going to move here. Okay. And okay, and then he rolls. So he gets 3 dice. I move 1. Okay. Oh, I move 1. So you got 1. Yeah, 1. So 1 dice. And let's see. And use I. Oh no, not this. 4. Can we 4 more? So I'm gonna take my other guy out. Give me, that's give me 2, so I get 2 dice. 2, 1, 2. Alright, and he's seen, so he's seen here. Okay. And because he did that, he takes 1 back. Alright, so that's that. I have 1 mustard left. So I'm gonna muster 2 these guys here. Okay. And he's got this guy. Muster. Put this guy down. And he's gonna bring in these 2 guys here, and he's gonna get that spot. Alright. And this one's his spot. Okay. That's it. So that is basically how you play the game. You can see that the Shadow Player is really difficult. But that's War of the Rings. So I hope this was good information for you guys. But let me go through the review and get to the next video. Well, I did make a few mistakes. I forgot to get my cards on round 3, I think it was, for both sides, but it didn't matter because Shadow was killing me. He was getting all the rolls. I couldn't get anybody to go, and he got one of my strongholds, one of my other areas. Did get 2 of my guys on war. Started filling my my reinforcements a little bit. Just started, but it's gradually coming towards me with more stuff. So, and I already lost 3 characters already. So, it's tough, man. It's really tough. But I hope you get the gist of the game. How it works, the phases, and all that. The attacking is pretty simple. You just roll, depending on how many you get. Both sides roll. You got your combat cards if you have any available. You can use them. This guy's on. And this guy's fun. So, the one thing I recommend though, when you do get if you guys decide to get this game, and want to play with your friends, I recommend you get some bags and separate them all and mark down which group they are, because it's going to make it easier for you to set up every time. The hardest part is getting them organized, getting put back into bags. I saw one video where some guy had colored discs that are made just for this game. You can purchase them online. You may have to look them up, find out. But each one, Army has a different color, so that would make it easier for you to grab them, put them back in the bags, and be done with it. So I think that's the hardest part of the game, is getting these armies organized onto the board. But I like this game. It's really addicting, because I really want to learn how to play the Free Peoples to try to get them to win. And I'm getting there, getting to the point I got here to at least get one extra Prussian down. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spots, and then jump onto the Mordor. So that would give me, it depends, because it's really hard to move around, especially when you get +2 here on rolls, plus you get and those hunt tiles kill. I'm already at number 9. I just realized you really need to go somewhat slow on your fellowship to make sure that you don't have to start killing your characters right away. So that's one thing that I have to learn. But just wanted to show this game and how it works. I hope you got the gist of it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. Give me the comments on any suggestions. Or if I made any mistakes, I already know about the cards during the first phase that I forgot to get. Otherwise, I think the next one we're going to be playing is Clank Acquisition Incorporated Legacy. I should be getting that tomorrow morning, tomorrow night. So that'll be my next video. Also, I noticed my Vantage video, first part, I put the first part twice. So I am going to redo that video and resubmit it, and it will be revised. Just so you guys understand. So soon enough I'll have that available for you guys to see and be more streamlined. And I think I missed a few things that I want to go more in explanation. Maybe show the cards a little closer so you can see them. To kind of make it look better than I did. But otherwise, that's another project I'm doing. And then whenever I get new games in, I will start putting more videos out. I'm not sure what else I'll do, but I'm sure Clank will be one of those. Clank Legacy, I really like that game. I really like the story. I think you guys will enjoy that video and how it implements. If you guys decide to get to part 2 or part 1, there's going to be spoilers involved, but if you just see the first one, it's not that many spoilers. If you've already seen it, you could look at it again, see how I do, and just enjoy the video. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you on Clank, the Legacy Acquisition Incorporated next. Okay, so take care.